Bye bye. That's right. We're having our own fun behind here, folks. So good to see so many of you joining the live stream. Folks, the producers at the back end, we having our own fun here. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys have had a tremendous day the way we have had in studio today. Good to see so many of you guys joining us. Beatrice, Selby, good to see you. Is it Magnell Barrow and Candy Naline Inderjeet. Good to see so many of you guys. Yvonne Rodriguez and Rashan Waldron. You're not frightened the Waldrons? Soon as I hear the name Waldron, I get concerned. I put an asterisk. Nevertheless, Leon Logan and Onessa Wardeen. I see George Annan is joining us. All you fantastic, beautiful folks from around the world, wherever you're joining us from. Those of you joining us on Twitter, you know when you come on the live stream, you come in the ring, you got to share the stream. Those of you who are joining us via YouTube, you know what you got to do. You all know the ropes by now. You know the ropes. Those of you who are joining us via Meta, the Blue app, you know what you got to do. Welcome, welcome. We trust that you guys have had a great day. You are industrious. You work for the pay. You're not like the trenchies. You're not like the catfish. You're not like the jagabats, folks. Folks, things tight. It tight. It tight bad in this country, folks. And we are so happy that you guys have chosen to join us, to give us a little capacity, a little room, folks, to grow. Share the live stream. Again, so good to see folks like Denise Mitchell and Tessa Lane Eastman, Samantha Jilks and Claudia Phoenix, Denise London Welchman and Horace Thomas, Abiola Clark. Good to see all of you folks, wherever you are joining us from this evening. And you have to tell me, I know I look good. Good to see so many of you. You're looking good out there too, across social media. There are hundreds of you already on the live stream. What kind of day have you guys had? We've had a good day. We have had a good day, and it's because of folks like you. You know, some of y'all taking me for granted, right? Our producer Dave telling us that some of y'all taking me for granted. Folks, we need you guys to come on board and partner with us. Dave said I must make this plug here. Come on board and partner with us. We need you guys to keep growing, to keep expanding, folks. We got to keep moving ahead. We got to keep transforming. You know, we got to keep progressing, folks. And watch those two words, transforming and progressing, because I'm coming back to it. It is an allusion to something. It's not an illusion, an allusion to something I'm going to mention later on. We got to transform here. We got to progress. We can't stay one way all the time. We got to cash app. It's in the ring 592. In the ring 592. Well, you know, the standard cash app is the $ in the ring 592. Some of you want the whole thing. You said something different. The $ in the ring 592. PayPal is in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our PayPal email. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. We're available via MMG. GT ain't got a problem with we ain't got a problem with them. 627-6963 is our number there on the MMG app. 627-6963. That's our number there on the MMG app. And guys, like MMG, we're available via Western Union, via MoneyGram. Again, we ain't got a problem with these folks. They ain't got a problem with us. We are very uncontroversial. We church people here, though. We church people. We ain't like controversy. We always have with P's and with Q's. We go to church, we pray, we sing with hymns and so on. And we move forward. We're peace-loving people. Y'all ever hear me in any story? No. We're peace-loving people, right? So come on board and partner with us. Gwyneth Jones and all the other folks. Coming up, we have Amanza Walton-Desir. Amanza Walton-Desir will be joining us. Oh my, look at this photograph. Amanza Walton-Desir will be joining us. And she can talk the things. We got to talk the things. We are here to it all. Them trenchies must be out here talking a set of nonsense and a set of propaganda. And we must take quiet. We had left in we mother belly. We want y'all know that. Somebody hold my shut. Hold my jacket. Hold my shut. You know, Dave, that got to be a slide. We got to do that as a graphic. Hold my shut. Hold my shut. Good to see each and every one. So coming up, the one and only Amanza Walton-Desir. And we know some of y'all like Amanza, you know. We know some of y'all like Amanza. We know y'all. A lot of names calling. Amanza, watch yourself. Amanza Walton-Desir. Last time, I got to ask Amanza if he speak for herself. Because the last time Amanza was free, single, and disengaged. That being said, coming up, we want turns in the dating show. Amanza Walton-Desir. Coming up as well, we have another MP who's going to be joining us. Juretha Fernandes is going to be joining us. Listen to me, this short change in the character, I saw a comment the other day of a young man, a person said, Juretha pretty bad. I said, well, look, story here now. I wonder how much. Juretha got to take one for the team. Folks, coming up, MPs Amanza Walton-Desir and Juretha Fernandes. They're going to be in the ring, guys. So if you know somebody who don't know, if you know somebody who don't know, tell them Amanza and Juretha is going to be in the ring. Join the live stream, guys, and as you here, why don't you share the live stream? We want to see those emojis. We want to see those shares. We don't know who don't like shares. The Lord said, share. Share the live stream, folks. Share. You're joining us on Twitter, retweet. You're joining us on YouTube. You got to share that link as well, folks. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. And wherever you guys are joining us, across social media, follow that page. Follow that profile that you're on. Those of you on the Christopher Jones page, God knows I ain't want to fight some of y'all. But if I got to fight some of y'all, I got to sound now like Oprah. God knows all my life has had to fight. If I got to fight some of y'all on Christopher Jones page to share the live stream, we going to fight y'all. Those of you joining us on the App New AFC page, John Kilar, you all joining us from the App New AFC page, you got to share the live stream. Folks, we getting complacent, Me concerned with Christmas. Them boys want cancel Christmas. If you put your stock in Christmas, they're going to upset you. You understand me? But we are going down to the wire. You all know, year end is now we gearing up. Weekend, we gearing up. We slowing down. Right? Boots on the ground. We ain't backing down. So those of you in the App New AFC page, yes, I see y'all. Same set. You. Share the live stream. AFC page, AFC. Listen to me. Some of y'all done gone wrong with this Vishnu Prasad thing at GCOM, Bring yourself in order. Share the live stream, folks. Come on. Share the live stream. Those of you joining us in the Share David Duncan page. But I ain't got to ask. I don't have to ask. Y'all hear it talking like a virego. But I ain't got to ask. The Share David Duncan page. Dave, how is it again? Our producer name is Dave. One of them. Dave, good to see you. Welcome to work, my brother. That being said, you're on the Share David Duncan page. Follow all the pages you're joining us from. Follow those pages, guys. And those of you who are joining us on YouTube, subscribe to that channel as well. Denise Mitchell, good to see you. Brenda Braffett, you share the live stream. Joylyn Cook, what about you? Derek McCalvin, we see you there. Have you shared the live stream? Good to see you, folks. Albert Morgan, good to see you. Sabina, I like that name. Sabina Jacobs. I like Sabina back in the days. That girl used to make me feel... Father, that being said, moving on, Paulette Graves, Esther Blue, June Cameron, I said that girl, and my wife look out from Studio 2. Moving on, folks, good to see each and every one of you, and just like you, I am very excited to see what we have on the fight card tonight from around the region. Oh, Father, won the fight card. Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave. Folks, we're having some fun at the back this side. Braffett Stacey Braffett, Daphne Aaron, good to see you, Daphne. Nicole Brandis Higgin, good to see you. Jamal Aziz, come on down. Lester Williams, come on down. Lexi Boss, you two, come on down. Amanda Daniels, Volme Wilson, good to see all of you fantastic folks. Folks, we want to see those emojis. We want to see those emojis. We want to see them. Dave apparently gone to get some coffee, so we can wait and he, right? Because it's his show. We can wait until Dave come back. There we have it, the fight card, folks. I'm excited to see what's on the fight card. Maud Oliver, I'm certain you're excited to see as well. Rhonda Ferguson, I'm sure you're excited to see what's on the fight card. Patricia and Kissoon. You can spot Patricia. Congratulations, Patricia Kisun. Penelope Hudson. Deanna Best. I got judged for myself. Deanna Best. Marvin Major. Carol Hudson. All of you fantastic, beautiful, uncontroversial folks. Good to see each and every one of you. What happened to those emojis? I know the catfish them make you run out of feelings. The catfish them make you run out of feelings. But we want to see those emojis. We want to know how you guys are feeling around the world. We want those shares as well. We scraving, we licorice, and we hunger straight. I ain't care. It's the truth. I'm telling you how we feel. We scraving and we licorice for the shares. Share the live stream. Folks, we've got to call this program early, you know. Y'all know. We don't strive for nothing less than 2,000 persons watching me, though. Y'all don't take me for some other people. Guys. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. We are so privileged that you guys show up here night after night. Y'all like purgatory. Y'all like confusion powder. You understand me? Even the trenches coming every night we talking about them. Then they're still showing up. But we appreciate you guys. Each and every one of you make this show what it is. So share the live stream. I almost said share the ice cream. Somebody pregnant here. Wants a bar, girl. Share the ice cream. Alexis Archer, is it you? Come on down. Good to see you, Alexis. Lexi Boss, Joylyn Cook, Hazel McLean. How are you doing, Hazel McLean? Stacy Lewis. How are you guys doing? Great to see each and every one of you. And we are right where we need to be. Cheryl Gillis, we were waiting on you. What took you so long? Leslie Lals, why it takes so long? I hold him back the fight card because people said Leslie come in. People said Cheryl come in. People said Dunsford, Jeffrey come in. Hold the fight card, hold, because Dunsford don't want we go over. Are you ready now? Might I start the show, folks? Good to see each and every one of you. Hear what's happening, folks, around the region. Around the region. Folks, well, St. Kitts and Nevis putting me to shame. St. Kitts and Nevis putting the whole catfish regime to shame. Them boys talking about 7% and 7,000 in hamper. St. Kitts putting me to shame. Folks, when I saw this here, I almost bowed my head in disgrace. We got oil, we got gold, we got bauxite, we got this, that, 30 next. All St. Kitts got to see. And those people doubling salaries in 2022. Doubling salaries in 2022. What Jack Dio could tell the people from St. Kitts and Nevis? Where Van could tell the people from St. Kitts and Nevis? Double salary in St. Kitts and Nevis budget for 2022. What y'all could tell them people? A little island like they're putting y'all to shame. What a disgrace. 7%. How y'all feeling now? Like a sentence in a box. But if y'all know what's a sentence in a box, y'all know me age. That being said, they're putting us to shame. Oh, God. Every time we come out we house, then people gotta say, look at y'all. Y'all little 7%. Look what the government doing for us here. Double for the trouble. Double for COVID. Double for the flood. Double for the volcano. Whatever they got there. Whatever else is there, malady there. Double for the trouble. Double in 2022. This government. All the millions we got in some bank account. Millions of US dollars that the oil giving we. Oh, God. And things tight. Bread gone up. Pressure gone up. Every damn thing gone up because the catfish crew. Price of fish gone up and all. Damn it in hell. Look what's happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm so ashamed of y'all. Catfish people. Yep, fish gone up. Fish gone up. Fish has gone up, folks. Bread gone. Everything gone up in this country. And the people of St. Kitts and Nevis putting we to shame. Folks, share the live stream. Y'all know St. Kitts, somebody in St. Kitts and Nevis, tag them. Tag them. Say kudos to y'all government. Kudos. I wish to come and take over here. Double. I know some of y'all want to move to St. Kitts right away. Right away, but it might be retroactive to everybody employed, 2020 and prior. Some of y'all getting next go around though. I know not lots of y'all say y'all fell for these people. Y'all are looking for a place. St. Kitts might be it. Double salary. Diane Gravesandi, double salary. June Peters, double salary. What these trenches and catfish and jagabats? What these vagabonds giving me? 7%. 7%. They cancel Christmas party. They cancel the socials. And they show at 7,000 hamper in chest. There's a little half bag of rice, little salt, little split peas, and a pint aisle. Let's take that for your Christmas. Because of COVID-19, lying set of people. St. Kitts and Nevis putting them to shame. And that's what's happening around the region. Look what's happening closer to home. Look what's happening closer to home. Photo of the day. If Kesas was a photograph, look at this one here. Photo of the day. Photo of the day. You understand why the police photo doing the whole thing? Look at these fellas. Chief, what you want? Which fag you want? I kiss. Which foot you want to wash? Look at them. Look at them here. If Kiss My was a photograph, this is it. Photo of the day. All them, the top brass. The man barely said, I ain't like only food. They say, really, sir? Should we find the cook? Should we shoot the person? What should we do? These people here, Granger would have never had the all sucking up, sir. Granger would have never had the all sucking up, sir. Harmon would have never had the all sucking up, sir. But look at y'all now, on y'all knees. Only thing missing is it. Look, photograph of the day. I tired of them. I tired the whole pack of them. Crime gone up. They solving crime, you know why they solving crime? Look at this photograph. Bring it up big. If all them pack up here, all them pack up by the catfish. But you see if it got fins or it got gills or it got scale, no scale, whatever it is. It got a lot of guts though. A lot of guts. Catfish. If Kesas was a photograph. This is it here. Photograph of the day. Photograph of the day, folks. Photo of the day. That's what they got. Such a disgrace. Such a disgrace. All them. All them. Well, Granger say out. Granger say, I out. I'm sick of it. Granger say, I'm out. I'm sick of it. Sick of the catfish crew. Y'all getting people sick in this country, These same people. Y'all getting people sick. Granger say, I'm out. He said, sorry, I'm going to be absent for the Congress. My health takes precedence. This country killing people. This catfish crew, they're killing people. So Granger has left for Cuba. He has already sent in his Christmas greetings, which means he ain't coming back for the new year. I wish I had some place to go, honest to God. But we got to deal with them. Granger's in Cuba, foot up, looking after his health. And he deserves his rest. He deserves his rest. So the party issued a press statement this afternoon saying that Granger's out of the jurisdiction from the 14th. He's heading to Cuba to take care of his health. Right? Heading to Cuba. If the Cubans see Granger on the beach, I want a photograph. Because Uncle Granger big, but he's slim and trim. Irfan, your name calling, boy. Irfan, your name calling. Your name calling. Granger say out. You all have a fantastic Congress. My thoughts and prayers are with you guys. See you guys in 2022. Perhaps Granger only say heading to Cuba, but Granger could be heading to St. Kitts and Nevis, and we can understand why. Things nice in St. Kitts and Nevis. Things looking real nice. Nice time. So it's probably en route to Cuba, but backtracking to St. Kitts and Nevis. We don't understand. You're at the age and stage. Our thoughts and prayers with the former president and his entire family as he continues to improve his health. That being said, folks, catfish. The catfish brigade. Sign to the times. I'm running ahead of myself. Signs of the time. Some men in here, we got to bring back the death penalty. We got to bring back the death penalty. Who vex? You all know you watching we. Who vex? We got to bring back the death penalty because some men in here, that woman just the other day lost her life. Tragically, murdered, strangled by a man who claimed he loved her. We want the kind of love. We don't need that kind of love. Well, in Region 9, they got problem there with domestic violence, This guy ain't getting news yet. I hope they lock him up. I hope they make him an example there. Right? So we saw the headlines that says, jolted lover attacks and injures child mother after she refuses to reconcile. You see the same foolishness we talking about? The same foolishness we talking about. That is why we got to bring back the death penalty. All the bills. Disinstall catfish regime. Bring it to the National Assembly. Then bring in proper bills. Leslie Niles, Joycelyn Van Kooten, Adele Semple. Then bring in proper bills. Bring the hanging bill. Y'all want big sentence for people at GCOM? Get some big sentence for drug traffickers, the cocaine smugglers. You can see how you're going to halt it. Get some lengthy sentences and the death penalty for these abusers. Lots of them in the PPP, you know. Lots of them in the PPP. We told you that. We told you the same woman from one report or relative said is a big one in the same catfish administration. Called the police several times and got the perpetrator, got her abuser off, got her abuser out of jail. They got out of jail. They got a lot of abusers in this same catfish administration. And so this fella here, I hope the law throw the whole book at he. Throw the whole series at he. The law books is about 15 or 20 of them. Plenty. Throw the whole set in the head. Any chest. Like how the catfish regime wanted to throw that 7,000 hamper in public servants. Just throw all them law book in the chest. Make them an example, man. Tie them, feather them, electrocute them, hang them, whatever it takes. Right? There are scourge in this society. Men that abuse women. There are scourge in this society. Some of y'all know yourself. Hint, hint. Some of y'all name Colin. Some of y'all name Colin. Those of you who watch this program often would know. You never know how strong you be until strong was the only choice. Some of y'all name Colin. Y'all dress up in jacket and tie and y'all abusing women. Waste men. You never know how strong you are until strong is your only choice. Some of y'all name Colin. Some of y'all name Colin. It's the wrong people y'all sending police after. A whole set of abusers lock up in this government on taxpayers' money. But I hope this fella here in Region 9, I hope they throw the whole book at him. I hope they throw the whole book at him. I hope so. Moving on. Moving on. The PPP. The wicked. Stink and dirty. Stink and dirty. Right? And the only how you can get a rank out of fish. You got to use some good lime, some good vinegar. You know the things. But catfish? Oh, shucks. You got to use industrial bleach. You got to use Vim. Might even got to use some lime. Catfish? This catfish? Oh, the PPP, the wicked. The wicked, the stink and dirty. That's who they be. That's who they is. The wicked, stink and dirty. Folks, let me talk to you about this catfish government. This catfish regime. Folks, let me show y'all them. Is it Irfan Ali? Or is it Kim Jong-un? Or in this case, King Jong-Irfan? Kim Jong-Irfan. That's what we got to be hand that to be dealing with. This catfish. Kim Jong-Irfan. That's what we got there. Things tight. Things are wrong. The man slimming down every day. He losing with 200 pounds per day. Things tight. Slimming down. It's Kim Jong-Irfan. Bring up this photograph. Irfan is a good. And then somebody's dashing a suit. He's the good. Then he's rolling a suit. Right? I know who put Irfan in this 1960 suit. Right? First thing, the tailor get the measurement wrong. The colors are tight. The color like the times are tight. The man had to open the collar. Things tight. Tight like Irfan collar. You had to open the tie. Open the collar. Folks, y'all sharing this live stream. Nicola Daniels. Things tight. Fat Alberto Nebelin. Things tight. The man had to open the neck. This is not how you wear a Nehru suit. He's disgracing a Nehru suit. Disgracing a Nehru suit. Jawaharlal Nehru, the former Prime Minister of India, must be rolling in the grave when he see Irfan in one of his suits. Must be rolling in the grave. Right? If you put Kim Jong-un next to Kim Jong-Irfan, I couldn't tell the difference. But in this photograph, it was the man next to Irfan for me. It was the man next to Irfan. Because like he tailored all out a cloth, things tight. Things tight. Like whatever Irfan throwing off, he put it on. Alexis Arthur, Linda Booker, things tight in this country. Oh, y'all sell little remittances to help you now. Oh. Things tight. Kim Jong-Irfan. That's what we got here. So this was today. At the police officers, whatever they had. It doesn't interest anybody in this country. We tired of the police, we tired of the catfish crew, we tired of the masquerade. And this was Kim Jong-il. Irfan is a good. He look coming to come. Like he changed his tailor since we started talking. But I don't know, like they fired the tailor. They fire a lot of people since they come in, so they must have fired the tailor by mistake. You know when you go to some places and you taste the food, your spirit pick up the cook gets sent home. The cook gets sent home is a new cook. Something wrong here. When you see Irfan, you know something wrong. Where Irfan get his suit from? Where Irfan get his suit from? I feel like Irfan is looking through history. Some history books. He said, take this one here. 1964. We get this suit from. We roll out in this suit from. Somebody roll in this suit. So he pelt out here. Pelt out. But they got all the dictatorial tendencies. They got all the dictatorial tendencies to match North Korea. And folks are talking. Folks are talking about them. Folks are talking about the catfish crew. Creeping dictatorship? No, this dictatorship walking. Bring up the photograph. Big. So the whole world can see how we dictatorship walking. Creeping? It ain't creeping out. Because we take the graphic off of the front so the folks can see it's Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il. Well, listen to folks. Folks, when you see I laugh, y'all know something coming. Get your popcorn and your cokes. Irfan today. Somebody roll Irfan in this suit. Right? That is stitched this suit wrong Irfan. And then Irfan came out with a little PR video in which Irfan trying to tell you who get his 7%. You who the dash the 7,000 ampere yard chest bap. You who facing blackouts every day. You who get flawed out twice. You folks who are being robbed every day in the street. Yes, you, same set of people, y'all. You folks who they fired from the public sector. You, same set. You, who singing for your supper. You, who when you call your relatives now, you say, oh, delete the phone call. Delete the number just in case them boys listening. You, who looking for all kind of secretive apps in which they can track and trace y'all. Same set. Irfan came out and trying to convince us that what? This country has seen steady progress under their administration. Steady progress way. Steady progress happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. Steady progress happening in Dubai and them places. Here like a black hole under these crosses. Here like a black hole under these jagabats. So there was Irfan in a tight neck suit trying to convince us that there's been steady progress. First thing, if I judge your administration by your tailor, you out of office. That's number one. Number two, the man said there's been transformation where I know the kind of transformation we have had. I think it's what he's talking about. From us not shipping so much cocaine out and the previous administration clamping down on your lawlessness to now it is a cocaine state, it's a cocaine economy. That kind of transformation. From a state where we saw few blackouts to now blackout is the order of the day till his own man at GPL, Bharat Dindyal, said he can't guarantee we won't have blackouts for Christmas. And this jagabat, this catfish, coming to tell us that in his administration there's been transformation where? West side. But I'm going to be talking about some of that with Amanza Walton-Desir and Juretha Fernandes tonight. So I'm going to left some of the content for that section. But these jagabats, transformation, look, transformation. Just today, this waste of an installed minister of health. Look, we tell you, it's like you chop their hands. It's like they have nothing more to offer. Here the minister of health telling me, it's only a matter of time before Guyana get Omicron. It's only a matter of time. But what are they doing? It's only a matter of time. So we in battling for closed down airport. We in battling with curfew. We in battling with social distancing. Royal Fredericks, we in battling with sanitizing and all that. It's only a matter of time since we get Omicron and people dead out. And it's the vice president himself that installed Papa Jagabat. He was the catfish who said people must die. People will die. It's a pandemic. What do you want us to do? We can't close down the country forever. So this is Frank Anthony. Installed catfish Frank Anthony talking about what can they do. It's only a matter of time until Omicron comes here. Huh? Is that the attitude of a minister of health? A real minister of health? No. That's why he installed. Installed minister of health. The same way they just installed the one that GCOM. That Jagabat at GCOM, who is now going through the rigging playbook. Yes, Vishnu Prasad. Some of y'all is want some things, and when y'all get it, y'all start bawling. People don't know when first bell ring, but when second bell ring, we hear about Vishnu Prasad, we hear about he, and the same catfish crew. So the health minister tell us, it's only matter of time. What you want we do? It's only matter of time. Y'all remember we played last week the video for y'all when the young reporter, professional young lady, quizzing this Jagabat here on the vaccines, and the concerns. He said, what damn concerns? Nonsense. Well, the man come on the heels of that. It's only a matter of time. What are we going to do? People will die. Quote unquote, Papa Jagabat. People will die. I see Amanza Walton-Desir is already here. Let us hasten on. Let's never keep a beautiful woman waiting. Let's hasten on, folks. But the Article 13 people ain't left them undone. Come on, guys, focus. Amanza, y'all know Amanza here. Come on, focus. The Article 13 group. The Article 13 group ain't left them. Right? This is not the coalition Article 13, you know. This is not APNU AFC Article 13. It's not Joseph Harmon Article 13 group. It's not Amanza Walton. It's their own guardians now guarding them. Right? This is the fella here they had at the state newspaper, Chronicle, same papers. Well, when he see what they're doing on the papers, when he see the propaganda, when he see the rag that Chronicle has turned to, he resigned. The Guardian resigned his post. He said, done with you, available. He said, gone. So he is part of a group called Article 13. Right? They're now the new guardians of the Constitution. So here is what they talked about. Recently, they said that from them must restore the anti-corruption mechanism. Same from the talking about transformation and progress. People got to begging them to obey the Constitution. Begging them to obey the Constitution, you know, in our own country. But look what Article 13 said about them recently. Look what people say about them. Many of the institutions and instruments for accountability and transparency, that's what they were talking about. Many of the institutions for accountability and transparency are either non-functional or for one reason or another cannot operate independently, completely or effectively. President Irfan Ali has many places from where he can start. He needs to begin now. Take that in your chest. Take that in your chest, Irfan. And you talking about transformation and progress, and y'all don't even want to obey the Constitution by setting up those boards, by setting up those commissions rather, that ensures accountability and transparency for the Guyanese people. And you got the catfish gall or the gill to come out here and talk about progress and transformation. Shame on the whole of the catfish crew. Jagabats! That's what they are. Jagabats all. But the Article 13 group then done with them. Here where the people went on to state, in another part of a press statement that they issued for World Anti-Corruption Day, right? One of the things they pointed out in that statement, there was no mention from the PPP about anti-corruption on International Anti-Corruption Day. And we've told you guys here already what Sarah Lynch, what the Biden administration forced Sarah Lynch to issue here, again condemning them and asking them for initiatives to combat corruption. And this Jagabat, Irfan Ali, this catfish general, wants to come out here and talk about they transform this country into a narco state since y'all come back, to an accumulation of darkness since y'all come back, to cascading shutdowns since y'all come back. That is the kind of transformation y'all are talking about. So the Article 13 group, let's bring it up big on the screen. so the guys can see it. The viewers can see it around the world. The Article 13 group said, while his address was admittedly brief by political standards, the president found no time to acknowledge the significance of International Anti-Corruption Day. He should have. That's Article 13, remonstrating them. The PPPC, here's the done. Oh God, get in your popcorn and your cokes. The PPPC does not enjoy a favorable record when it comes to corruption. The PPPC does not enjoy a favorable record when it comes to corruption. And it's not only Article 13 group, but Yog Mahadio and the others talking about them. In Sarah Lynch press statement on International Anti-Corruption Day, Sarah Lynch, the only thing about anti-corruption, Sarah Lynch can point to, are the systems put in place under the David Granger-led administration. David Granger writes to say, I'm out. I gone. Y'all didn't know what y'all had. Y'all didn't know what y'all had. But you never know how strong you be until strong is your only choice. David writes to bow out and go. You never know how strong you be until strong is your only choice. The only thing, Sarah Lynch, with all her faults, could point to. She had to put in a paragraph. The State Department had to put in a paragraph, Dave. Dave close to the screen, very close. Amanza coming on and said, Dave, distracted. I don't know what's happening here. When Amanza coming on, we have to have some female technicians. I don't know. I'm losing them, folks. I'm losing them. Sarah Lynch had to put in a paragraph. Y'all see how I go from 0 to 60 quick. She had to put in a paragraph, right? But all they could point to were the systems put in place by the David Granger-led administration. And oh God, how it crawls my skin to hear some of y'all cuss Granger. He never do nothing. But Sarah Lynch apparently thought differently. He never do nothing. But apparently the Americans think differently. The only thing they could have pointed to was what Granger did in the 5 years in the administration. And PPP had 23 years before that. Corrupt to the core. And now the Americans are begging them to bring initiatives. What y'all can tell me? What y'all can tell Granger? That being said, you never know how strong you could be. Look how we're suffering under these jagabats. Y'all didn't value the leadership we had. But God knows, we will have a second term. We will have a second chance. We'll have a second time at it. And we're going to do differently. We're going to do it differently by you folks, the viewers around the world, and our countrymen. Folks, we are into the main event, and I want to welcome this evening. I want to welcome the one and only Amanza Walton-Desir and the one and only Juretha Fernandes. If I had a drum roll, I would have played a drum roll. If I had a red carpet, I would have rolled it out. Amanza Walton-Desir, welcome in the ring.
Hey, good evening. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you in the ring. And we are joined by Juretha Fernandes as well. Welcome, Juretha.
Thank you, Cher. Thank you for having me once again. Good night to all your wonderful viewers. Good evening, Amanza. You looking stunning tonight.
Let me tell you guys something. When it was just Abby, I ain't had no problem, I bring on you girls right away. These guys here, I got some guys here distracted. I don't understand. It's hard to get good help, and things tight. So, ladies, again, welcome to our members of parliament, Amanza Walton-Desir and Juretha Fernandes. Catfish come out today. And Catfish put out a statement, I'm certain, the little PR stunt cost this government cost the taxpayers about $25 million. I am certain that little PR stunt. The man come and talking about progress that happened under them. The man come out and he's trying to lecture us about transformation that happened under them. He said, let us start here. He said that we were challenged when they were installed into administration, when they were installed into government. He said that the country was challenged and that there was hopelessness. Talk to me, somebody. Hopelessness.
I think what
Go ahead.
I believe shared when I was hoping that you would have actually played the tape. I know it's like 2 minutes long, but
I am
If
not
we
going to do the PR work for them.
if we are to look at it, it's not. I think it's a disadvantage to them, other than actually what they hoped to accomplish was to get some traction out there at the end of the year that gives person the impression that they were doing good and they were doing something good. But from the time he opened his mouth, everybody could dissect that little speech altogether. Everybody could dissect it and say, well, this is not accurate, this is not accurate, this is not making sense. And throughout the present, I mean, look at the project. I'm hearing like a feedback. I'm not sure if you're getting it, Sharon.
We're going to work on it.
Okay. So I'm saying that one the things that he was actually boasting about, though, that's the most hilarious part. Those are things that was started under the coalition government, and there he went out like Charles Ramson did when he spoke about the chairs at the culture center only recently. There we have the president coming out now and speaking about the bridge. They were in government for 23 years. They were the least bit concerned about having this bridge. The people on the in region 3, the people who are in region 3, they were suffering. That road that was done, it was done under the coalition government.
Juretha, and as you were there, as we're talking about bridge, I just want to let the viewers know that that bridge, the lifespan of that bridge came to an end a long time ago, as you mentioned, under their regime.
Correct.
And when they did build a bridge, the place the bridge should have gone in Berbice, they took the bridge someplace else to suit their own constituencies, their own people. And then the cost to cross the bridge, oh Father, it's like a yoke around your neck, a yoke around the neck of the Bobicians.
Because that's the way in which they do things. That's the way in which they do everything. They don't do things to benefit the people. They do things to benefit individuals and individual pockets, and that's the reason that that we have that situation there. But I'm being specific to the video that he put out. I think it was hilarious that you have a sitting president that would go out there and cannot boast about any major infrastructure work that they brought, because there is none for him to boast
18
about.
months later.
Absolutely nothing. And it just goes to show that they have done nothing. They went in every single project that they have actually commissioned so far. It's projects from the coalition government. They had done it has gone so bad that they have actually recommissioned projects that were already commissioned. This is the people that these people are insane. I'm going to speak specifically from Region 7, Bartica to be exact. On the 23 years of the PPP, Bartica was a mess. The roads were atrocious. People falling down. People can't walk on the road, Sherrod. It was crazy. If anybody that traveled to Bartica over the last 3 years would tell you the transformation is unbelievable. 23 years they had to do something there. They did absolutely nothing. For 23 years, all they did was make sure that they handpicked persons to put in positions of influence in that community that did absolutely nothing for the community but fill their own pockets. So how dare we listen to a 2-minute speech? And that's why it's 2 minutes, shared, because there's nothing to say. These people like to go on
Yeah.
and on and on and on. It's 2 minutes because there's nothing to say. It is a lot of fluff in that 2 minutes, but it's just I think it came over to me as though he was instructed to put together this piece, and he so went ahead and put together it. Amanzo.
As Amanza, as Amanza comes into the discussion, and for the benefit of the viewers, he talked about this steady transformation, a new bridge over the Demerara River, Apnu FC project, a new 4-lane highway linking the East Coast and the East Bank, Apnu AFC project, a new 4-lane highway on the West Coast and West Bank of Demerara, Apnu AFC project, the Linden to Mabura Hill Roads, we project, new hinterland access roads. Y'all ever been to the hinterland recently and see the work that happened under the David Granger administration in Letem, Mabaruma,
Yeah.
Moruco, and those places? So they're now coming out in new hinterland access roads, deep water facilities. Oh, like how they mow down the mangroves in Region 3. That's what we're talking about. A bridge across the Quarantine River. Manza?
But before you forget, before you go, if I may, I just remembered something that I was thinking about when I was looking at that little video from him. The hypocrisy that comes with it, right? And I want to remind the PPP supporters of this. Whilst we were in government, there were so many projects of road work being done throughout this country that the PPP made it their campaign narrative to say we can't eat road, right? The same set of
Correct,
people
correct.
coming in to say that, oh, they've been doing this road, and they're just trying to label all of our projects as their own. So I just had to add that in.
Jump in, Manza. Jump in, Manza.
Sharon and Juretha, good night. Always a pleasure to be with you guys. Listen, as Juretha was speaking, it occurred to me that we have had the PPPC in power for 23 years. The AP and UFC coalition had effectively 3 years because, of course, the no confidence motion, there was the inability to pass a budget, and so the government was effectively stymied. Now we are just about halfway through the effective 3 years of the AP and UAFC government with this PPPC administration, and they have been unable to accomplish nothing of significance,
Yep.
save an
Yep.
a rise in crime,
Totally agree.
a rise in drug trafficking. And if you use the context of time, you will see and you will understand just how effective a government the coalition was. 23 years juxtaposed against 3.5 years of effective governance. And you can see the difference. And so I thought it was important that we make that point.
One of the things that was striking to
Uh-huh.
Amanza and Juretha, one of the things that was striking, I know you ladies are big on education because, between the two of you, y'all got about 4 or 5 masters. Just between the two of y'all. So the per capita masters in the room there just alone. But one of the things that was striking, he talked about investing heavily in education. And the only thing he could point to is this quote unquote 20,000 scholarships. Not a day goes by when folks from that gold program who thought they were getting something proper calls us. Eh? They said a lot of the university, if not all of them, are unaccredited, just like IFLOC University in Region 3. That's a major concern. They said you go, you try to sign up, some of them don't even exist. Some of them, the programs done close up. How you can award people a scholarship in this academic year, 2021 to 2022, and the program closed? But that is just like the promises of the PPP. So when the man talked about they investing heavily in education, Juretha and Manza, it was startling to me that the very week the UN report says the catfish regime has a low education engagement by its students, very, very low.
Because
And that
So
is
they
because
speak.
Sharon, the
Yeah.
PPPC has mastered the art of propaganda. And I keep making the point that they're not ready for the information age. The PPP fails to appreciate that what they say can be disproved in a matter of minutes. The reality is that there is a low engagement rate in the education sector. And these are the facts. And so these pesky little things called facts they will haunt the PPPC administration. Now it strikes me that the president must be gripped in some sort of delusion. When I listened to that short video, I was concerned because I said we got a delusional man at the helm here, so we in trouble. Because you would expect that the president of your nation would have a realistic grasp of things so that he could effectively address them, in the interest of his citizens. But that was not to be the case. We saw just blatant delusion, deceit, and it occurs to me that the PPPC supporters now have buyer's remorse.
I
They have
agree.
buyer's remorse because progressively, you see a progressive deterioration of everything. Sheridan, Juretha, sit and think about the last 18 months. What has gone right under the PPPC regime?
Nothing.
Sugar is
Absolutely
suffering,
nothing.
rice is suffering, even Mother Nature is acting up. We as Guyanese have
The
to
cross, Amanza, the people
take,
cross.
we got to stop and take stock, because we cannot continue along this path. And so it is for every right thinking Guyanese citizen, irrespective of which side of the political divide you find yourself, to start to speak up. And this is why I must commend the Article 13 organization. Civil society groups play a major role in developing democracies. And so for them to be able to call out the PPPC for their lies, and for them to um, call them out for their lack of tackling corruption is commendable. It is commendable. We can recall that the first order of business of the PPPC in the National Assembly was to remove the budgetary autonomy from the constitutional agencies. And that was done with a view to undermining their independence, including the very judiciary that Irfan Ali touts that he will support their autonomy. So we're seeing contradictions. We are seeing a PPPC that is floundering and who are unable to admit that they just do not have what it takes to govern this country.
Yep. And there's where we are. Another thing that was startling. The man talked about the economy. Folks, this guy, as Mamanzi said, he causes you to question his sanity. In this kind of address, the man said they were paper shredded. He, 18 months into office, he's coming to tell the nation when they took office 18 months ago, they saw paper shredded. Like, eureka moment. But he touched on the economy. The man said the coffers were empty when they took over. And I want to remind folks, they took over August, they were installed, didn't take over, they were installed August 2nd, 2020. A national budget was passed in the September, that's the month after August. September, a $329 billion budget, $329.5 billion a month later from an empty treasury. Following that, the following February, they passed another budget, a $383.1 billion, the biggest budget ever. According to them, never mind they come back to Parliament about 4 times since then for supplementary budget because of the poor planning. But they said they found the treasury empty.
Shada wants to actually just back up a little bit on something that you mentioned when you were speaking about the Gore scholarship.
Back
And
up
I
on the
think
trenches if you need to do that.
I think it's important for persons to actually to look very deeply at the way in which they're treating education right now in this country, because one of the biggest criticism that PPP had of the coalition when it comes to scholarship, the granting of scholarship, they claimed, without a shred of evidence, they claimed that there was a bias in the distribution of scholarship in which the hinterland regions were not afforded equal distribution of scholarships. Now, the very PPP that we're talking about, the same set of people that went all around and said that the 20,000 scholarship that they made available, they actually went up into some of the hinterland communities to areas that the people barely get an internet signal on the phone to make a phone call, and they went telling them about online scholarship, right? So with the same mechanism that they use on the coastline, they did not even attempt to tailor that when they went into other regions that students could not access those scholarships in the same manner as persons on the coastline. And yet, so when we look at the data coming out as it pertains to education, we are not surprised, because just going, you would remember with this 20,000 scholarship, before a single scholarship was issued, the PPP put up billboards throughout this country, promise delivered. You know, so basically what they're saying to Guyanese is that this is what we say, this is what it is. So if they get up tomorrow morning and say, Miss Doggone and the people of this country, today is Friday, then we should say, all right, it's Friday because you said so, right? They have been, and Amanda just touched on it, they have been playing with the PR mechanisms for the period that we have been in office. They have said the most vile things. They paraded themselves with the most brutal lies throughout the street, and they were left with the idea in their head, with the thinking that they could go into government and do the same thing. But like Amans is rightly saying, that they're not ready for this age and stage right about now in this country. They can't handle it. They can't handle a Sherrod Duncan. They never see you coming, right? None of them. All the bishops and everything they had, they coming, Sherrod.
False prophets. That's
They
all I
have
got.
to
False prophets.
they have to deal with you now, and they have to deal with so many other persons on social media every single day, and that is why they're trying their best to counter. I remember at one point in time, allow me to go a little below the belt in the ring tonight, because I
Do what
remember
you
at
gotta
one
do.
point in time they had this individual, I can't remember his name, that they tried to counter your program time with on their page at 8 p.m. every night. Shared, if 200 people joined that program, it was a lot. I remember one particular night, three sitting ministers in government went on their program, 121 persons viewing. They are not ready for the fact that we have been fighting them tooth and nail when it comes to social media right now. We understand fully well that they have a tight grip on the media channels in this country. And I must commend, I see Starbuck News have been doing a really good job at bringing perspective to a lot of issues. So I give credit where credit is due. But for the most part, they still have a tight grip on the media personnel. And I can tell you, I've been speaking to persons in media, reporters are literally scared to type up a bad word about these people. And I understand where they're coming from, because I know the vindictiveness of this administration. But all that he said, and I don't want to go back to what we're talking about, his clip, all that he said in that little clip, and I mean, I think I'm going to go and just break it down word for word and just respond to it all together, because it's a lot of crap that needs to be responded to. But all that it said to the people of Guyana is that we have not done anything for you. And if we continue down this line, we will continue to do absolutely nothing for you. But what is most importantly is that the fact that when they did nothing, they are not apologetic to it. It simply says to the Guyanese people that they will not be doing anything for you in the future, because hey, this is how it's going on. We like it, sir. Y'all accept it like that. And that is what we're seeing before us right now.
And you know what was it done for me? And I want Amanza to win here. What came at the end of the man's little presentation? He says, come together, rally together, embrace each other, building one Guyana. You're on this team still, right? He say one thing, but he do something else. Building one Guyana, strong and resolute. Tell these people clean as that at the West Demrara Hospital, who can get paid till next year, March, when sugar workers don't get paid 4 or 5 times over in this year. Tell it to the people y'all fire from the public service. Tell the people who y'all pull a lot of contracts from for no good reason, just suspicion that they support APNU FC. Tell it to James Bond, who every flipping night y'all locking down his business at 10 o'clock when everybody else can go to 11 and 12 and 1 and 2 and 3. Tell it to the public servants who y'all just throw $7,000 in the chest and say y'all can't get social and parties, and y'all friends can get the biggest parties and the biggest hotels in this country round the clock. You understand me? Y'all got big cricket, a big football match coming up in a lot of places, big football tournament, but suddenly the public servants can't meet because of COVID-19. But y'all could meet Kashif and Shanghai could get big football tournaments in the towns and communities in this country, to make money. But public servants can't meet a knock a glass and say, good job, y'all work a little hard for the year. Tell that to them about this, come together, rally together. For what? 7%? Rally to embrace each other for what? And people rob you every goddamn day in this country. Building one Guyana is only some of y'all making money in this place. Amanza?
Sharon, it occurs to me that every time the president speaks, he reinforces the fact that, in fact, there are two Guyanas. The one that he tries to paint to the international community and the one that we live in every day. And it is important that he begins to get with the times. People are going to be a little more forgiving if you can come and say, look, we have challenges, but this is what we plan to do. This blame game where you're trying to 18 months into your government almost blame the previous administration. You simply have no plan. You simply have no plan. And so he has to begin to understand that you were installed in the seat of government. You occupy that seat now. And so you have to begin to govern. Your time for excuses is up. You have to demonstrate to the people of Guyana that you are capable of governing. And from all indications for the last 18 months, they are failing to do so.
Yeah.
I have to say, Sharon, that I was appalled to hear Bardindial say what he said about GPL.
Yep.
Because every Guyanese knows that for the last, for the 5 years under the coalition, power supply and power generation, it improved significantly. So to hear now that we have gone right back
Right back. Right back.
to the Dindial years and the travesties that occurred in that time is appalling. And I'm saying to our Guyanese brothers and sisters, we deserve better.
Yeah.
50 something years after we can't have stable power supply.
Yep.
We have
The people come back.
and we have to demand more. We must resolve within ourselves as Guyanese that we deserve better, and we must demand more from whichever government of the day it is, whether it is the coalition or the PPP. But this state of affairs here, Sharon, it cannot continue. It is becoming untenable. And I see we're creating almost a perfect storm. And Guyanese,
Correct.
I was looking at the UN Human Rights Declaration the other day, and it said there's a part in the preamble that says that to prevent people from, as a last resort, rebelling, it is important that these rights be observed. You have a government in place that has no regard for the human and constitutional rights of Guyanese.
None.
No regard whatsoever.
Yep.
And people will only take so much for so long.
Amongst the amount of infractions that PPP folks have committed in 18 months, all of them, the file at the DPP awaiting legal opinion. Sharon Hicks is the chief. The police in this country caught Sharon Hicks, another corrupt PPP official, taking a bribe. The police, wasn't Amanza, wasn't Juretha, the police set up a sting operation and caught a permanent secretary, Sharon Hicks. Months ago, that file is at the DPP awaiting a legal opinion, and Sharon Hicks still earning taxpayers' money, still earning a full salary month after month. And Irfan Ali got the gall, the gumption. We know he got no balls, he got no spine. He's a different catfish. He got the nerve for coming to talk to me about progress and transformation and corruption running through this government so rampant. Take several seats, Irfan. Go and fix this with color and come back and talk to us about progress. You need to progress in the sartorial department first and then come back and try to lecture us. Amanza, but I know you're coming to talk about this other thing. But I know you got a big weekend coming up.
No, but Sharon, before we get to the big weekend, in the National Assembly on Thursday, we will again see a demonstration of just how inept and corrupt the PPPC government is,
Squandermania.
because they have demonstrated an utter lack of planning. They have corrupted the procurement process, they have corrupted the
Yep.
budgeting process. And so we are in for some tough times.
Tough
And we have to
times.
make the point to our people. You may find it, palatable today that, they're doling out money, but understand that this will have to be repaid. And understand that it is you as the taxpayer and your children and your generations after that are going to be saddled with this debt. So we cannot fail to pay attention to the gravity of what is happening here. And
Yep.
we have to demand
Yep.
better and hold them accountable.
Amanza, as you're on that note, I saw a view on social media this afternoon. In a comment said that y'all shouldn't go to Parliament and pass the money with them. But I just want the public to know, as you mentioned at Amanza, they don't need us to pass it. They can pass whether we're in Parliament or not. Right? And Squandermania is going to start. That being said, before I was interrupted, Amanza has a big weekend coming up. I got to touch all my bases this evening, Amanza. I know you got a big weekend coming up. You're vying there for chairman of the PNCR. I think a deserved position. I know, my humble opinion. but that being said, tell us how the race is going and how things are looking for Saturday.
I had to unmute. Thank you. Thank you for that endorsement. Was that what that was, Sharon? But look, things are going very, very well. I mean, it is not an experience that I would change for anything. Being able to traverse the length and breadth of Guyana and to interact with your party brothers and sisters is really an invaluable experience. And what I have learned and understood from them is invaluable. And so I plan on, even after this campaign is done, for us to continue the reaching out process. We have some of the strongest, some of the most resilient people. And, the Congress coming up is, as I have said continuously, a significant one. It's a milestone Congress. And as I interact, I am confident that our people, they understand the moment, they understand the time, and that they'll get it right, and that they will make sure that the right people are in the right positions to take the party forward. So I am personally very, very encouraged um, by the response. And, come Saturday, the real work begins on December 19th. It has been a long road to get us to Congress, but the work begins on December 19th to rebuild, to reunite, to regroup, to rejuvenate, to retool the party. We each of us have to put our shoulders to the wheel. So I just look forward, and I'm so grateful to God for the experience.
Fantastic. Best wishes to you, Amanza. Whatever happens on Saturday, and to all the other candidates there, the 21st Biannual Delegates Congress of the PNCR comes up on the 18th, which is Saturday. Come and we guys, and we're going to try to bring you as many updates as we can here in the ring. Amanza, best wishes. Juretha, you want to add anything as we close?
Well, I have to add in best wishes to Amans. I mean, it has been as a coalition partner to the APNU, which is the larger party, is the PNC. As a coalition partner, it has been quite amazing to look at the competition internally. I mean that democracy is as such, and it's a beautiful process altogether. And I would say what Kemraj Ramjatan usually said. He said persons would say democracy has so many flaws, but yet you can't show us a better system. So the democratic system that has been displayed thus far, the healthy competitions and all of that, it all pans out for the benefit of the party membership and also for the greater good of Guyanese. So I encourage everyone, all the candidates. I have several colleagues from parliament that are running for various positions, and I wish you guys all the best. I know that you are all very intelligent, capable young people, and I am
Good people
so
too.
proud to
All good
be
people.
a part of this entire process. So,
Good.
so all the best, Amanda.
Thank you. Thank you, Juretha. Thank you, Sharon. It's always a joy being here with you, and bringing, what we know and our passion to the people. Sharon, I have to commend you. I mean, you, as Juretha said, the PPP, they didn't count on a Sharon Duncan.
We
And
out here, Zara. We out here. We out here.
so we're going to continue to hold their feet to the fire, and we will continue to expose them, and we will continue to demand for the people of Guyana good governance, because we deserve no less. We deserve no less.
Excellent. Ladies, thanks for joining. Members of Parliament, Juretha Fernandes, and also Amanza Walton-Desir. And again, Amanza, best wishes on Saturday.
Thank you for having us, Sharon. Good evening, all.
Good evening, all.
Great.
Thank you, Sharon.
Great.
Bye.
Thanks very much for joining the program. Folks, that's our program for this evening. You know, the ladies are leaving. Got some fellas in the back here shaking at the screen. You know, them guys ain't easy. But guys, thanks for joining our program this evening. Ensure that you share the live stream before you go. Ensure that you partner with us before you go. Ensure that you show us those emojis before you go. Guys, share the live stream. This is one of the ways in which we're going to defeat these guys with all the propaganda and their lies on social media on a daily basis. We want people to get the valid and credible information, guys. So share the live stream. How can you partner with us? We got Cash App. Guys, we say come on board. And on a monthly basis, partner with us, $5 US. It's 1,000 Ghana dollars. $10 US. 15, 20. Y'all want to give more? Be our guest. Y'all want exceed that by a 7%? Be our guest. At the Cash App, it's the $ in the ring 592. Again, on Cash App, it's the $ in the ring 592. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. PayPal is in the ring 592 at gmail.com. MMG, that's the Guyanese system, the Guyanese Cash App. Our number there is 627-6963. That's a good number to reach us on via WhatsApp. If you have information, you got some video, you got some photographs, you want to share with us. You see these guys compromising, you want to share that information with us. 627-6963. It's also our MMG number. And we ain't got no problem with Western Union. We ain't got no problem with MoneyGram. You guys need any guidance, you can contact us on our WhatsApp number, that same MMG number, 627-6963. Good to see you, Dawn and Carl Miller and Deborah Halley. Good to see you, Welton Blue, and is it Ainsley, Kev Samaru. Good to see you, Marlin, Kamini Van Veen, and Clive Jackson, Glenn, Jem Isaacs, and is it Murtleen Hurst, and Clive Jackson again, and Karen McFoy. Karen, how do you do? Good to see you, Karen. Wilton Wolford. Good to see you, Wilton. I think it's the first time I'm seeing this name in the comments. Nonetheless, great to have you here, Wilton Blue. Good to see you as well. Jahu Fowler. Good to see you, Jahu. I ain't seen a little bit, like I owe you a little money or you owe me. I don't know what happened in here. Jahu, I ain't seen a little bit. Auntie Sandra Hano from Diamond. Respect and manners to all the folks from Diamond. Respect and manners to all the hard-working people at the West Demerara Regional Hospital. They're on pay some y'all till next year, but we're going to keep exposing them. Good to see you, June Cameron, Yonet Hamer Grant, Paul Henry. Good to see all you fantastic folks. Folks, share the live stream before you go. You guys make the program what it is by turning up. It's something that we do here. We ain't got no magic. It's y'all bring that special quality to the program. Thanks to each and every one of you, even the trenches. We appreciate having you guys in the ring. If you want to see oneness, come in the ring. You can see the trenches. You can see the Jagabats. You can see Apnew AFC people, WPA. You can see PNC. You can see No Party people. You can see gay, straight, lesbian, LGBTQ, non-binary, all these fancy names, Christian, Jews, and Gentiles. All are welcome in the ring, folks. It's great having all of you. Andrew Cuthbert, good to see you guys. Clive Jackson and Carl Hudson, Myrna Monroe and Amanda Daniels, Joylyn Cook, What have you been cooking up there? Shirley Wilchers, good to see you there. Good to have you guys in the ring. Guys, choose to partner with us. Help us to grow. Help us to become all that we can be. Great to see each and every one of you in the ring. We're going to see you guys same time tomorrow night. Same time, same place. We out here, people. And join us also for our podcast, Below the Belt. Every day during lunch, 12 to 1. We out here, Below the Belt. Who vex lose? Who vex vex? We out here, people. Thanks for joining the broadcast this evening. Thanks for being in the Coliseum. Thanks for being in the arena. Thanks for being in the ring. Thanks for joining us, guys. Stay safe.